The unseen spark. The quantum relay hummed with an almost imperceptible vibration, its soft blue glow casting ethereal shadows across the cramped research module. Aria Novak's fingers danced across the holographic interface, her eyes narrowed in concentration. Outside the reinforced windows of Europa's research station, Jupiter's massive form loomed, a constant reminder of the vastness that challenged human imagination. Aria had never been one to accept limitations. From her earliest days in the Advanced Quantum Communications program, she'd been told that certain technological barriers were impossible to breach. The Alien Confederation, self-appointed guardians of technological development, had made it abundantly clear that human colonies were to remain on a carefully controlled path of innovation. But limitations to Aria were nothing more than challenges waiting to be conquered. The current communication networks relied entirely on Confederation-approved quantum relays. Each transmission was monitored, filtered, and controlled. Humanity's interstellar communication was a carefully curated conversation, with every message passing through alien filters that determined what information could or could not be shared. A warning indicator flashed on her console, an automated alert from the station's monitoring systems. Routine diagnostics, she knew. But routine was something Aria Novak had long since grown tired of. Her latest project was anything but routine. Buried beneath layers of seemingly standard communication protocols was a revolutionary algorithm. An algorithm that could bypass the Confederation's intricate monitoring systems, creating a communication network that was simultaneously invisible and uncontrollable. Dr. Novak, a voice interrupted her concentration. Victor Rice, her primary research assistant, approached with a data tablet. The latest simulation results are in. Aria didn't look up. And Victor's excitement was barely contained. We're seeing quantum entanglement stability at ranges that should be impossible according to Confederation guidelines. A smile played at the corner of her mouth. Not impossible, just not yet approved. The research station was a marvel of human engineering, nestled deep within the ice of Europa. From the outside, it appeared to be a standard atmospheric and geological research facility. Nothing about its exterior suggested the groundbreaking work happening within its walls. The Confederation believed in gradual, controlled technological advancement. They viewed younger species like humanity as children who needed guidance. But Aria and her team saw something different. They saw potential. They saw a species ready to break free from artificial constraints. Run the next test sequence, Aria instructed. But this time, integrate the adaptive masking protocol we developed last week. Victor hesitated. That's pushing beyond our current authorization parameters. Aria's gaze met his, a mixture of determination and intellectual fire. We're not asking for authorization. We're creating a new paradigm. The quantum relay began to pulse, its frequencies shifting in patterns that would appear completely random to any external monitoring system. But randomness was an illusion. Beneath the chaotic dance of quantum particles was a meticulously designed communication framework. What they were creating was more than just a communication technology. It was a declaration of human potential. A technology that could connect human colonies directly, without being filtered through alien intermediaries. A network that would be invisible, undetectable, and utterly uncontrollable. Outside, Jupiter's massive form continued its eternal rotation, indifferent to the quiet revolution taking place within the small research station. Humanity had always been defined by its ability to push beyond known boundaries, and today, in this moment, Aria Novak was writing the next chapter of that incredible story. The quantum relay pulsed. A message began to take shape, the first of many that would soon change everything. Ripples of revolution. The communication hub on Titan pulsed with controlled energy, its massive quantum arrays stretching like metallic tentacles across the moon's frozen landscape. Marcus Rodriguez moved with practiced efficiency, his fingers gliding over holographic interfaces that seemed to breathe with technological life. From the outside, he looked like any other systems specialist, dark hair neatly trimmed, Standard issue research station uniform, crisp and professional. But Marcus harbored a secret that would change the course of human technological history. Interstellar communication had always been a carefully controlled process. The Confederation's relay stations monitored every transmission, filtered every piece of data, ensuring that human colonies remained isolated and controlled. But Marcus and a network of like-minded engineers were about to change everything. Incoming data packet from Europa, a soft AI voice announced. Most would see nothing unusual in the transmission, but Marcus saw the hidden layers, the quantum encryption that would soon connect human colonies in ways never before imagined. His mind drifted to how this all began. 3 years ago, a mysterious communication had circulated among select research stations. It wasn't a traditional message, but a complex series of quantum algorithms that hinted at something extraordinary, a technology that could bypass the Confederation's most sophisticated monitoring systems. At first, it seemed impossible. The alien overseers had spent decades carefully controlling human technological development, ensuring that no single colony could develop capabilities beyond their prescribed limits. But impossibility had never stopped human innovation. Marcus remembered the clandestine meetings, brilliant minds from different colonies, secretly sharing fragments of a revolutionary communication protocol. Each piece was innocuous on its own, just another software update, just another diagnostic routine. But when combined, they became something entirely different. The quantum relay before him hummed softly. What looked like a routine system check was actually the next phase of their plan. Each transmission carried more than just data. It carried pieces of a network that would connect humanity like never before. Rodriguez, a voice crackled through the station's internal communication system. Maintenance check required in Relay Station Delta. He acknowledged the request, knowing full well that the maintenance was anything but routine. Another piece of the network would be subtly modified, another connection established that would be invisible to Confederation monitors. The plan was elegant in its simplicity. They weren't creating a new technology so much as reimagining the existing one. Like water finding its way through the smallest cracks, their communication network would spread, undetectable, unstoppable. Outside the station's reinforced windows, Titan's methane lakes reflected the distant light of Saturn. The landscape was a testament to human resilience, a research station thriving in one of the solar system's most inhospitable environments. If humanity could build a home here, what else could they achieve? A notification blinked on his console, a confirmation from another station, this one orbiting Mars. The network was growing, one quantum packet at a time. Each transmission was a quiet rebellion, a statement that humanity would not be confined by artificial limitations. Marcus thought about the risks. Discovery would mean more than just professional disgrace. The Confederation had methods of dealing with colonies that exceeded their technological boundaries. Entire research stations had been shut down, entire teams relocated to rehabilitation facilities where their innovative spirit would be systematically crushed. But they had gone too far to turn back now. The quantum relay pulsed again. Another piece of the network activated, another connection established. To any external monitor, it would appear as nothing more than routine data traffic. But Marcus knew better. This was more than a technological breakthrough. This was a revolution. As Saturn's rings cast their subtle light across Titan's frozen landscape, Marcus Rodriguez allowed himself a small smile. Humanity had always been defined by its ability to push beyond boundaries. And today, they were writing the next chapter of that extraordinary story. The network continued to grow, silent, persistent, unstoppable. The Galactic Challenge. The Mars Research Complex rose from the red planet's surface like a testament to human perseverance. Gleaming metallic structures cut through rusty landscapes, a beacon of technological ambition. Dr. Kai Nakamura stood at the central analysis chamber, surrounded by holographic displays that danced with complex quantum equations. Beneath the calm exterior of the research facility, a storm was brewing, a technological revolution that would challenge everything the Confederation believed about human potential. Kai's specialty was stenotechnology adaptation, understanding alien technological frameworks and finding ways to not just comprehend them, but to transcend them. The Confederation had spent decades believing they could control human innovation through carefully measured technological restrictions. They were about to learn how wrong they were. Final calibration sequence initiating, the station's AI announced. But this was no ordinary calibration. Hidden within the seemingly routine diagnostic was a breakthrough that would fundamentally alter humanity's position in the galactic hierarchy. The quantum communication network was more than just a communication system. It was a statement, a declaration that humanity would no longer accept artificially imposed limitations. Kai remembered the first hints of this project, encrypted communications that had circulated among select research stations, fragments of an algorithm that suggested something extraordinary was possible. At first, it had seemed like an impossible dream, a way to create a communication network that could bypass the Confederation's most sophisticated monitoring systems. But impossibility had never been a limitation for human innovation. The holographic displays shifted, revealing intricate quantum entanglement patterns. To an untrained eye, it would appear as nothing more than complex scientific data. But Kai saw the truth, a communication network that was simultaneously invisible and revolutionary. A notification flashed, an incoming transmission from the Titan research station. Most monitoring systems would see nothing unusual, but Kai knew better. Each transmission was another thread in a vast, invisible network that was slowly binding human colonies together. Preliminary analysis complete, the AI announced. But the real analysis was happening beneath the surface, in the quantum layers that the Confederation believed were completely under their control. Outside the research complex, the Martian landscape stretched endlessly. Red dust swirled against reinforced windows, a constant reminder of humanity's ability to thrive in the most challenging environments. If humans could build research stations on Mars, what else could they achieve? The quantum relay pulsed again, another connection established, another piece of the network activated. To any external monitor, it would appear as nothing more than routine data traffic. But Kai understood the true significance. This was more than a technological breakthrough. This was a revolution. The Confederation had always treated human colonies like children, constantly monitored, their technological growth carefully controlled and restricted. They believed they could manage human potential through a system of technological apartheid. Limit their communication, control their innovation, prevent them from truly connecting. But humans had always found a way to break free. Kai thought about the risks. Discovery would mean more than just professional consequences. The Confederation had methods of dealing with colonies that exceeded their technological boundaries. Entire research stations had been shut down, innovative teams relocated to rehabilitation facilities designed to crush their spirit of discovery. Yet the network continued to grow, silent, persistent, unstoppable. A final diagnostic sequence completed. The quantum communication network was now more than just a theoretical concept. It was a living, breathing system that connected human colonies in ways never before imagined. As the first Martian sunset began to paint the research complex in hues of deep red and orange, Dr. Kai Nakamura allowed himself a moment of quiet satisfaction. Humanity had always been defined by its ability to push beyond boundaries, to look at limitations not as walls, but as challenges waiting to be overcome. And today, they were writing the next chapter of that extraordinary story. The network pulsed, waiting, growing, ready to change everything. Bridging the divide. The Confederation Council Chamber was a marvel of architectural complexity, its crystalline walls shifting with holographic displays that seemed to breathe with alien intelligence. Belina Petrova stood at the center, a solitary human representative surrounded by representatives of species that had controlled galactic development for millennia. She was not intimidated. The diplomatic liaison's role had always been about more than just communication. It was about challenging perceptions, breaking through seemingly impenetrable barriers. Today, she would do exactly that. The technological restrictions imposed on human colonies are no longer sustainable. Elena began, her voice calm and precise. The alien delegates shifted, some with curiosity, others with barely concealed irritation. Behind her, a holographic display began to unfold, not a prepared presentation, but a living, breathing demonstration of human technological achievement. Quantum communication networks that defied everything the Confederation believed possible. Technological innovations that had been developed not through alien guidance, but through human determination. The representative from the crystalline, Zornak species leaned forward, its multifaceted form refracting light in complex patterns. "Explain," it demanded. Elena knew this moment was crucial. This was not just a diplomatic meeting. This was a declaration of human potential. "For decades, you've treated human colonies as children," she said, "controlling our technological development, monitoring our communications, restricting our potential. But humanity has always been defined by its ability to push beyond boundaries." The holographic display expanded, showing the intricate quantum network that now connected human colonies. What appeared to be simple data transmissions were actually a revolutionary communication system, invisible, adaptive, unstoppable. Each alien delegate saw something different. The Zornak saw a threat to their control. The energy-based luminary saw a fascinating technological breakthrough. But Elena saw something more, a testament to human ingenuity. "We're not asking for permission," Elena continued. "We're demonstrating our readiness to be true partners in galactic development." The chamber fell silent. The unspoken truth hung in the air. Humanity had changed the game entirely. As the diplomatic confrontation unfolded, the quantum network continued to pulse. Silent, persistent, a quiet revolution written in lines of code and quantum entanglement. A new horizon. The collective human resistance wasn't a military force. It wasn't an organized rebellion. It was something far more powerful, a network of innovators, researchers, and dreamers spread across multiple colonies, united by a single purpose: freedom of innovation. From the methane lakes of Titan to the red plains of Mars, from the research stations orbiting Europa to the deep space communication hubs, humanity had transformed. No longer a species waiting for permission, but one that created its own opportunities. The quantum communication network had become more than a technological achievement. It was a living proof of human potential. In research stations, communication centers, and isolated colonies, individuals who had never met were now connected by an invisible web of quantum communication. Each transmission was a quiet defiance against the Confederation's attempts to control and restrict human development. Dr. Aria Novak, who had first conceptualized the breakthrough on Europa, watched from her research station as the network continued to expand. Dr. Kei Nakamura's modifications on Mars had made the system more robust. Marcus Rodriguez's implementation across communication hubs had made it virtually undetectable. And Elena Petrova's diplomatic maneuvering had forced the Confederation to recognize a fundamental truth: humanity would not be contained. The alien overseers had a choice: adapt or be left behind. Most revolutionary was how the network had changed human society itself. Colonies that were once isolated now shared knowledge instantaneously. Scientific breakthroughs could be communicated in milliseconds. Collaborative research happened in real time across light years of distance. It wasn't just a communication network. It was the foundation of a new human identity. As the first rays of an artificial sunrise broke across a research station's viewport, the quantum network pulsed. Another connection established. Another barrier broken. Humanity had never waited for permission. They had just taken action. And the galaxy would never be the same.